Okay, so what do you do? I've listed them all there for you. You can look them on your page. You know them. We've already said most of them, which shows you how good this theory is, because good teachers do it anyhow. And there's nothing better than a theory that's like that. I'll find you the page number if I can. It is... Oh, I hope it's there. 26. Have a look at page 26 and you'll see a whole bunch of stuff that like this. You got it? Now you could take any one of those for a PD. And you could say, theoretically, if you do this, this is going to help. Let's try it and see for a week. So let's take a kid or two kids and let's take a principle and try it out. Now we're already trying out the first, the second and the third because they come out of our ABC stuff. But we're not doing the fourth, and we don't know if the teacher even knows what skill the kid thinks he's good at. And many teachers don't, especially in secondary, because you don't get to know the kids that well out of your area. So he might think he's a good singer or he might be good at technology, but I would not know. So you could take any of those. You may go out and buy a book on motorcycles or something and you're not at all interested and pretend you're going to buy one. Not exactly genuine, but seek advice. I sought advice. That's how come I had this 2 years ago before they were even known, because some kid was really good at this stuff. So he was aware of this, got off the net. Now they're everywhere. So it's this sort of an idea. Seek advice, seek help, make it genuine. It's got to come from an area they know, you know they're competent in, otherwise they're going to see straight through you. Now, the last part of this, which is much more complicated, is this, and I don't know, well actually not the last one, but the other stuff is. And this is where it gets dicey. You are not a therapist, so should you be expected to do this? If you are willing to try, I have given you a relatively benign conversation that could be had on page, I think it's, what is it? Someone find it for me, 25 or 24? Who's got it? 24, is it? No. Can't find it. No? Yes, what page? 24. Have a look at 24 and you will see what is... Now I didn't even put the hard lines in there like... you will say to them things, even there at teacher you can say, look, I get the feeling you don't like yourself very much. That's okay. You can say that. But you've got to be careful how you say, look, the kids don't like you, but it's not you they don't like, it's your behaviour. You don't say it like that. I even went further. I can tell you about a very bad experiment that went wrong because I used one word incorrectly. It's that simple. I had a year 8 with a very difficult attention seeker, and I decided I would do what was theoretically pure if the kid would allow me to do it, and he said I could. What it was I was going to discuss his behaviour in the classroom context. Now, if you did that at grade 3 or 4, it may have worked better. I did it at year 8. I said like this, okay, year 8, let's get this out in the open. Who doesn't like him? Yeah. And all the hands go in the air. So then I said, okay, I think we knew that, didn't we, right? Because we'd discussed this many times. Then I said, who doesn't like her? Picking a very popular kid. And no hands in the air. So then you say, okay, year 8, tomorrow, imagine this. He's going to look like that, but he's going to behave like that. Got it? Look like that, but he's going to change behaviour. He's going to change now. He'll behave like that. Who doesn't like him? Not a hand. Well, I didn't say that, did I? I said, okay, year 8, who likes him? No hand in the air. Who likes her? All the hands went up. Then I said, tomorrow he's going to look like that, behave like that. Who'd like him then? Not a hand in the air. Stupid, I made one mistake. But if you say who doesn't like him, what are they going to say? Because some people will say, I don't like him, You say, why not? He destroys our game. And you'll say, what, she does that? I didn't think she did that. No, she doesn't. Well, you're not listening then. I said he's going to look like that and behave like that. Because I played with it since. So you can do it. Now, then the key message here is, so let me get this clear, year 8. It's not him you don't like, it's what he does. Yeah. Okay, so we can talk about that later. That's going to be critical. That's why you pay $5 to show him he can choose to do this or that. Because once we identify that it's just what he's doing, and we identify he can choose to change that, he's got somewhere to go. At the moment, he thinks he's a hateable object. He's got nowhere to go. So that's what we're about. We're acting as an agent that gives him hope, which is genuine, because if he did behave like her, they'd love him. Any questions on what I'm suggesting here? It is radical in some level, and yet it's so simple at some level. Yeah.
We just had school photos, and I've got a G student who purposely rocked up in out of school uniform. And we suggested to him that, get changed or you're not in the photo. No, I'm doing it. Get stuck.
Yeah.
Okay. Get changed. No, I'm doing it. Okay, guys. Who likes this student and who would actually want him in their class photo? It was 10 to do first, and I really thought, I said, who really wants this kid in your photo? Who wants a memory of this student? And a few hands go up, and then 80% of the class went up. And the kid got changed for the whole day.
Yeah.
He really thought that no one liked him, no one wanted him.
Fantastic. I was once given something from a Catholic school where they said that there was this tribe, and I don't know if it's true or just a joke, but it's very clear. There was some tribe in some part of the world that they'd visited as missionaries, where when someone did something wrong in the tribe, everyone downed tools and they formed a big circle. And they would start going around the circle saying how that person had contributed to their lives and the lives of the tribe. And they would go around and around and around and around and around until everybody had run out of things to say, and then they went back to work. And that was the way they dealt with their inappropriate behaving people.
What about the kids with a bit of currency? Is that when you say, okay, he doesn't love this kid, and all hands don't go up, or
Yeah.
the opposite happens?
Yeah, and you'd have a bit of problem if the kid was in revenge, because no one's going to say I don't like him because they're going to get dealt with. Yeah, but attention seeking, I think you're pretty safe, because they're usually an irritant. Sometimes they're a clown and people like it, but usually they find a bit of an irritant. But yeah, there could be problems. You'd have to. This is what I'm saying. You've got to take the theory and do with it what you will. But I've given you a list of things you can think about. That's all.